Hola amigos, this is Level 12 and today we're doing something un-Hetalia related. Now it's not that I don't like doing the Hetalia stuff, because I do, I just don't want my channel to be nothing but Hetalia. There's enough YouTube channels out there that do that already, so. Anyways, so I thought I would do something with my favorite villains. The history of the Ginyu Force. Now a little backstory with Dragon Ball Z Kai and the Ginyu Force. Dragon Ball was my second ever anime that I watched, and I loved it. It became a big family event between my mom and my dad, and sometimes my sister, and we would just watch this show. It was really awesome. However, I will admit my excitement kind of waned after they left Namek. But the Ginyu Force, man, were my favorite villains because they were weird and kooky, and they did poses, and the first time we see them, they do this really dramatic entrance, which I hadn't seen before because I started a little bit after Goku got beaten up by Vegeta. I think that was the Saiyan Saga, but anyways, it was just really amazing to see these guys in this show because they were so different from any other character I had seen before, and I loved them because of that. But they were all very weird. They were all very off-putting to me, just a tiny bit. So let's get started. First is Guldo. Now, you'll see across from their names I have a different dairy product. Well, that's because in Dragon Ball, a lot of the people's names are play on Japanese words, like Bulma is like underwear in Japanese, and sometimes they're easy to figure out, but I thought the Ginyu Force, Ginyu's name means milk, so subsequently they are the Dairy Force, so all their names are different dairy products. So Guldo is yogurt. His main ability that we see, and the main one that the people worry about, is time freeze. Now he does like stop Krillin and Gohan from moving, but I was more afraid of the time freeze and how he could move objects, but whatever. His member rank is the lowest, and keep on wanting to say Guldo was the only member of the Ginyu Force that had to physically try out, and he had to fight Jace, Berta, and Coom. Now he had someone to help him, which I think is a little unfair because that person isn't joining the team, but whatever. And he discovered his power by, as a child, Guldo realized that he could stop time, and what any sane person does is he would flip up girls' skirts and steal toys. And as he mastered his psychic ability, I think he wanted to prove that he could be powerful, and this is why he joined the Ginyu Force, and due to his psychic abilities, that's why they put him on there, because if you know how to manipulate time, you can be very weak but know how to use it very well, because he would stop time, move away from the blast, and as long as he had enough air, he would blast Gohan and Krillin out of the sky. But that doesn't excuse him for being weak. Next is my favorite, who is Jace. Jace is my favorite. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it was because of his accent, and he actually looked, aside from Recoome, the most human out of all of them. I just really liked him, and I liked his white hair. But anyways, Jace is cheese, and his name is also a play on the English word juice, as Gigi accidentally calls him Juice. It was either in a game or some kind of spin-off. I don't know. There's a lot of Dragon Ball merchandise out of there, and it's crazy. His main ability is the Crusher Ball, and I put his member rank as a duo with Berta because those two work best together. Berta tried to take on Goku alone, and it didn't really work. Well, no. Goku and Jace, not Goku and Jace. Berta and Jace did try to defeat Goku together, but it was Berta that Goku disarmed first. Like, he made him unable to fight because Goku doesn't like killing people. Anyways, the discovery of his power was on Jace's home planet, which is shared in the same galaxy as Salza, because those two fight together, because I'm more powerful, I'm more handsome, which, by the way, I think Salza wins both, but that's neither here nor there. And he played in the Galactic Little League as the pitcher, which helped him develop his throwing ability. An undetermined time later, he would add power to it and make it his Crusher Ball. Now, as I stated before, Guldo was the only person who physically tried out for the Ginyu Force, so he was recruited by Ginyu at some point to join this elite army, because life. Berta. His name is Butter. His main ability is the Blue Hurricane, or the Azure Hurricane in some versions. And again, he's in a duo with Jace, and when he was a child, his mother was very strict and was very on time with things. She wanted things done properly. Thus, he forced himself to become faster and faster to meet this slightly, what's the word? Insane demand, I guess I should say. And he eventually became the fastest in the universe, how Goku later dethroned him as the second fastest. And Birder's character, I don't know, I didn't really, you don't learn much about him because Jace lives on longer than any of these people do. And again, he was recruited, so he does have some strength. I remember the first time watching the episode where Vegeta tried to fling the Dragon Ball, and Birder just went up, and I had no idea what was happening, like, because they slowed it down, and all you saw was this blue streak. And then when everyone had finally turned around, Birder was already back with the Ginyu Force. I'm like, oh, that's so cool! I was very excitable in my 2nd and 3rd grade years. Next is Recruim, and his name means cream. Recruim's main ability is the Recruim Eraser Gun. His member rank, I feel like he is the best poser out of all of them, and he's one of the main fighters. Recruim, for whatever reason, what he did in his childhood has nothing to affect his eraser gun. As a child, he took ballet, which gave him his balance and endurance, which someone of his size and physique would not normally have, because he's like a wall of muscle, and those people they're not really known for being flexible and have extremely amazing good balance. They're more known for their strength. And I slightly forgot, because I researched this years ago, like back even before I moved, and I remember thinking and seeing him in this tutu, and I'm pretty sure my mind locked that memory away, because when I look back to research this stuff, I was very shocked to see him in a tutu, which just, no. Next, and, well, not next, but finally is Ginyu, and as we all know, his name means milk. His main ability is his ability to body change, and the body we see him in now is not his real one. The real one of the few people who have seen it is Zalza, which I'm pretty sure that rubs Jace the wrong way. His member rank is he's the captain because he very full-heartedly believes in Frieza and his cause, which I have no idea why. I'm not one of those people who can understand villain henchmen, but his discovery of his power was in school. He learned, well, he didn't learn, but he envied rich kids. And so he swapped bodies with one, but it made him very dumb. But it also gave him popularity and money. However, he realized that men were worth more if they were stronger rather than rich, which is what led him to fall so undoubtedly in this phase of worshipping Frieza. And he does whatever he can to get that guy eternal life, which they had well, they couldn't do anything with the Dragon Balls, but they had most of them. And he could have just wished for immortal life or infinite power himself. Use that brain there, chillin'. Okay. That's it for this video. There's really no after comments. Other than I'm sorry this one was put out really late, because I usually like to put videos out before noon. Anyways, like and subscribe for more anime and otaku related content. Ciao, chicos!